You know, in modern design, there's always this battle, right? We crave those wide open spaces, all that beautiful natural light, and those clean, modern lines. But we also need privacy. We need to be able to focus, and sometimes we need real confidentiality. It's always felt like this fundamental compromise we just have to accept. But what if I told you that compromise is officially over? Let's dive into a technology that is completely changing the rules of the game.
I mean, it's the classic dilemma, isn't it? You want that stunning, all-glass conference room or that bathroom that's just flooded with sunlight, but the second you actually need to have a sensitive conversation or you just want a little bit of personal space, you're stuck. You have to clutter up that perfect design. In a world where everything is smart, why are we still stuck making this choice?
For decades, the solutions have been, well, pretty clumsy. We hang up these heavy blinds that just collect dust, or bulky curtains that totally ruin the aesthetic. Or worse, we just build solid walls which steal all the light and make everything feel closed in. These aren't really solutions, they're sacrifices.
And that leads us right to the modern fishbowl office. Sure, it looks amazing in a magazine and everyone talks about collaboration. But have you ever actually tried to discuss sensitive numbers or have a real one-on-one in a glass room? You feel like you're on stage for the entire company. It's just this constant visual noise that absolutely kills your focus.
Okay, but what if you could just have it all? What if you could keep that perfect, open, light-filled design and still get total, absolute privacy in less than a second? This is where the old rules just get thrown out the window.
Just look at this. Here is that same glass meeting room, but now it's a private sanctuary. It's this sleek, opaque surface, and it guarantees that whatever is being discussed in there stays in there. No distractions, no one peeking in. It just looks so elegant and secure. But the real magic? That happens the moment the meeting is over.
With the single touch of a button, this happens. Boom. Total transparency. The room just melts back into the open office. Light is flowing everywhere. The connection is back, you see? This isn't a compromise anymore. It's like a perfect choreography between light and discretion.
So what is this magic? It's a technology called PDLC smart film. Now stick with me, it's actually pretty simple. At its heart, you've got these liquid crystals just floating around in a polymer. When you flip a switch and send a little electricity through, all those crystals snap to attention and line up perfectly, letting light pass right through. And when you turn the power off, they all just scatter randomly, which diffuses the light, and bam, the glass is opaque. Simple idea, incredibly powerful result. And if we look closer, the film itself is basically this super smart, elegant sandwich of materials. Right in the middle, you have that PDLC layer with the liquid crystals. It's tucked between two conductive films, that's the ITO, which is what carries the electricity. And then the whole thing is protected by these durable outer layers. It's a really slim but really powerful package.
And the performance is just staggering. The switch from transparent to private happens in less than 10 milliseconds. That is literally faster than you can blink. On top of that, it blocks over 99% of harmful UV rays, which protects your furniture, your artwork, and you. And get this, it does all of this while using less power than a tiny little LED light bulb. It's just incredibly efficient stuff.
So this is the whole point. We've finally reached a place where it's all about design without sacrifice. You don't have to choose anymore. You can have the beautiful aesthetic you've always wanted with the on-demand function you absolutely need. It lets your space be fluid and adapt to you. Think about what that means in the office. Just imagine that calm, that total peace of mind, knowing your meeting is 100% confidential with a single press of a button. You get to keep that gorgeous open concept feel, but you can also create a private zone in an instant. Oh, and here's a cool bonus. When it's opaque, that glass wall becomes a perfect, high-def projection screen for your presentations. And this isn't just for the office. At home, it creates these little moments of everyday luxury. Think about the freedom of having a bathroom that's just filled with morning sunlight, making the whole space feel bigger and more alive. And then, when you need it, you get total, absolute privacy. No more frosted glass, no more shower curtains. Just clean, adaptable, beautiful design. And honestly, the applications are pretty much endless. Think about healthcare, giving patients dignity and privacy in a consultation room at the touch of a button. Or in a school, where a classroom can be sealed off for a test and then instantly opened back up for group work. And in a hotel, it's that wow factor that elevates a guest suite and gives it a touch of modern luxury and control.
Okay, so at this point, you might be thinking, this is incredible, but how do I actually get this into my space? Well, the good news is it's designed to be really accessible, whether you're building something new or just upgrading what you've already got. There are two really clear paths to take.
It's actually pretty straightforward. You've got two main options.
First, if you already have glass walls you love, there's Smart Vinyl. It's a special film that gets applied right onto your existing glass. It's the perfect solution for a retrofit. But if you're starting from scratch with a new build or a big reno, you can go for Smartglass. That's a laminated glass panel that has the switchable tech built right inside it from the factory.
You see, this is so much more than just a cool piece of tech. It's about completely changing our relationship with the spaces we live and work in. It's about putting you back in control and making your environment work for you, not the other way around.
So if you remember anything from this, let it be these 3 pillars. First, it's privacy on demand. This is all about control. You decide when the world gets to come in and when it stays out. Second, premium aesthetics. This isn't just an add-on. This is the kind of finish that really separates a truly modern space from a conventional one. And third, effortless usability. We're talking one touch. That is all that stands between total transparency and absolute privacy.
And that, right there, is the big idea. For far too long, we've had to twist our needs to fit the limitations of our buildings. With technology like this, we can finally have spaces that are as dynamic and as flexible as we are. Your space should adapt to you, not the other way around.